What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. Welcome to Oh So Simplified, coming to you with a video here about why life is like a chess game. So let's just jump right into it. So the first point here is all about positioning. So this is something, if you've been watching any of my recent videos, it's something that I brought up consistently because it is the number one thing I've noticed over the last few years is that positioning is everything. Now, if you know how to play chess, obviously different pieces have different powers, if you will, or different movements they can do and different attacks that they can do. But everybody starts with the same amount of pieces. Everybody starts with the same, basic feel of, control of the board, and then you're going to start moving your pieces. The way you move your pieces is going to determine the control you have of the board and the control you have of the game. Anybody can basically look at the average chess game and kind of get an idea as to who is winning the game just looking at two things. How you're using your resources, what resources you still have, and what position you have on the board. Are you pressuring the other person or are you fleeing? Are you in a defensive but not really in attacking mode? Are you attacking but a lot of things are not protected in the back? There's a lot of different ways the game can be positioned. You can move your pieces, but looking at that positioning can see how much you're winning a game. The benefit though of life is that it's not a zero-sum game. You're not playing one person. It's really you just positioning yourself for kind of almost like an infinite game, so that you can get whatever you're looking to get. So that's really the first point, is that positioning in life is very important. Whether it's your career, whether it's anything you're trying to do, how you're positioned is going to really affect what you're going to get. Obviously, if you're in a better financial position, you'll have a lot more flexibility. If you are if you want to kind of call, everybody calls it like the SMV, if your sexual marketplace value is at a high position, you will have a lot of options in that regard. If your physical condition and physical position is in a very good standpoint, you'll be able to do a lot of things if you're healthy, is kind of what I mean there. So let's move to the second point here. The second point is thinking three moves ahead or more. This is definitely important because you want to strategize and you want people to kind of, and not people, but life itself to kind of let the chips fall where they may. You don't want to be like forcing things to go into a specific direction. So if you think about, what I'm going to do 3 moves ahead, and I can kind of break it down into different areas of your life, when you get a job, you should be thinking, how long am I going to be at this job? What am I going to learn at this job? What am I going to make at this job? And what is going to be the, end game of when I realize I need to make a move? What is my end game? What are my 3 next moves? Or I think Patrick Bet-David has a book like Your 5 Next Moves. What are the next moves that I'm going to make after this first move I make? So that you're never caught slipping. You're never caught off guard. Even in relationships, you should know, when you approach somebody, or if you're even getting into a deeper relationship, what are my next moves? What are my standards? What are the qualifications? If this happens, what am I going to do? These should be kind of almost discussions you already have, so when this situation arises, you're not just a chicken with your head cut off, just reacting emotionally and just reacting instinctively and just running around. You actually have a detailed plan and a detailed protocol and outlook to kind of make those decisions. Even with your health and fitness, if I'm working out, for example, am I just working out for aesthetics? Are you working out for a competition? Are you trying to peak at a certain time? What is the strategy? What are your next 3 moves? What are the things you're going to do to put yourself in the correct position, going back to the other one, where you can be as successful as you need to be in whatever the endeavor is? And the last point here is that most people are freaking lost and they don't know how to play chess, like literally, but also in figuratively, using this metaphor, is that most people are just going with the flow. They're just moving pieces. They're just taking pieces if they see it. They're not really thinking about what's going to happen if I do X. What's going to happen if I do Y? What is the end result? How do I get to checkmate? How do I set it up so that I can have a perfect life? And this is really why the book I'm writing is because I'm noticing that, especially with my cohort, my peer group, my age group and younger, and even a little bit older, are really having this struggle that most people are not thinking in a strategic way. It's something that'll get you a lot more benefit than if you don't. And it also separates you from other people because most people, as I mentioned before, aren't thinking in that way. So it'll be a level of getting you, if you're trying to, improve your lot in life, so to speak, whatever that may be. It makes it a little bit easier competition wise because most people aren't. So that's really it for this one. I see the battery's ending, so I don't want this to cut off. But if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. If you fuck with the vibe, welcome to the tribe. And until next time, you know what it is.